Chapter 2 of the book is entitled God Revealed Through Our Friendships. The experiences recounted in this chapter are moments in time during which God delivered important messages or guidance to me through the faith or friendship of someone special. I found that God often touches us through the actions or words of our friends. Friends that are willing to share their own faith or even reveal their own vulnerabilities. In the book, I encourage readers to think back on moments in their own past when this may have been the case. I realized something else as I considered my past. I realized that I could be used as God's messenger by telling my own stories to others. In fact, that's exactly what this book is all about. Impacting the lives of others by telling stories of our own encounters. This reality came home to me in a big way in a reunion with an old friend in a Chapter 2 story that I've entitled My Friend Warren. After graduating from college, I taught junior high school mathematics for 7 years. And during that period, I made several close friends, but none closer than Warren Reisberg. Warren had a zest for life and an amazing sense of humor, and a presence and charisma greater than almost anyone I'd ever known. He loved his work, he loved his students, and he loved his fellow faculty members. After I left teaching and went into insurance, unfortunately, I lost touch with all of those close friends. Sadly, even my friendship with Warren went into suspended animation. Many years later, another dear friend, science teacher Sue Johnson, did a Google search. She located me and called to tell me that Warren had cancer and was not doing particularly well. So I called Warren immediately, and his voice surprised me. Not only was he in excellent spirits, but he was genuinely excited to hear from me. I ended the call by telling Warren I'd be praying for him, and he responded by saying how much he appreciated that. The following couple of years, I started to talk to Sue and another teacher, Barb Duncan, about the two of them visiting the New York area with Warren. My wife Sue and I insisted that the three of them stay at our home in Connecticut, and plans were successfully pieced together for a visit in May of 2005. From the moment they arrived until the sad moment when they departed, the experience was a reunion of friends that was absolutely glorious and a timely blessing from God. Warren was his normal, ebullient self. We laughed uncontrollably over shared experiences that I had nearly forgotten. I wondered why I had let my career ambitions and my busyness separate me from these dear friends for so long. As Warren and I walked arm in arm to the Statue of Liberty, I felt the impending loss. I had finally reconnected with my friend, and soon he'd be gone. I thought about my own mortality and how one day I too would be saying my goodbyes. With my whole heart, I suddenly felt the value and great joy of true friendship, and how the power and purity of God's love can find expression in such relationships. During this wonderful reunion, we spoke privately about his illness and the bleak prognosis. In those moments, I shared my faith with him and assured him that he was immortal and would enjoy a glorious afterlife. In return, on several other occasions during the visit, Warren advised me with similar certainty that I should stop and smell the roses. I can still hear him forcefully say, "Fred, you need to take time to follow your passions while you're still here on this planet." And he loved it when I shared my plans to retire early, to attend divinity school, to teach, and to write. I maintained frequent contact with Warren by phone after that visit in 2005. Sue Johnson often visited Warren at his home in Michigan, helping him sort out his affairs and prepare for his death. She also kept me informed of his condition, so I knew when the end was near. In mid-June of 2006, I called Warren. He was weak and heavily medicated, but his spirits remained high. I told him I loved him and that he was instrumental in my decision to retire and attend divinity school. I thanked him for his trust and the strength of our friendship that allowed him to push me so hard to make that decision. Then, with tears streaming down my face and a painful lump in my throat, I said my final words. Warren, I love you, and I'll see you on the other side. Warren passed away 2 days later, and I, along with hundreds of others, attended his funeral. It was a true celebration of the life of a remarkable man. I believe that God brought us together again and delivered that important message to me through Warren's voice. In the book, I encourage my readers to find those special friends in their life with whom they may also have lost touch. I consider myself living proof that God may bless you, guide you, and deliver an important message through those renewed friendships. You'll find more stories like this in Chapter 2 of the book.